We are Last Call Legend, your favorite cover band's favorite cover band.
We talk about mental health with people who work in the music industry.
Our goal is to help artists overcome the inner challenges of being a creator.
If you know someone who might enjoy these talks, we'd love if you shared our podcast with them. Boys to Men, none other than Chicago's own Young Chuck, all the way from Thailand.
The inventor of egg music.
We're rolling live?
We're rolling.
Nice.
We're rolling
live on
live.
camera,
Show the
baby.
egg music tat. Let the people know.
No, I forgot which leg it's on.
I think this one.
Egg
Look
music.
at that.
Hey.
Read it and weep.
There's my picture. There's a close-up of my butt.
There we go.
There's a close-up
Hell
of
yeah.
his butt if you didn't
Yeah.
hear it, if it was off mic.
Does anybody else have a tattoo of a genre they invented? You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Yeah, Bach didn't have one.
Exactly.
Well, and now I'm getting pissed because there's too many other people trying to invent their own genres. And some of them are even stealing egg.
I saw omelet music the other day. Made me
It's
sick.
fucking ridiculous. Well, Spotify has some Spotify curated playlist called Egg Punk. And they got a Spotify curated playlist for some bullshit punk genre that came up in 2021.
Are you
3
on-
years.
Are you on the
No, I'm not on it. I make egg music, not egg punk. Egg punk
Spotify?
is
We're coming for you.
yeah.
Yeah. We're listening. We're always listening.
Spotify, you're gay.
Exactly.
Roasted.
Roasted. See, you just got back from Thailand. You're just
Yeah,
in
like-
for like a little bit, right?
I've been back for like 3 or 4 weeks now, but yeah, I'm leaving again in like next week or 2 weeks from now or something. I don't know.
Dude, talk to us about like culture shock. Like, were you scared when you got there?
No, not really. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was scared. I was more so excited, and it's just generally easier living out there. It's way less stressful. So yeah, I wouldn't say there was really any fear. I don't really know. I just live each day to the fullest and try not to get too caught up. People ask me like, "Oh, what did you learn?" or "What's your favorite cultural practice?" I don't fucking know, dude. I like drinking smoothies and eating fried chicken, bruh.
He's too busy living.
I'm too busy living La Vida Loca.
He's
Yeah.
on his. Who made Living La Vida Loca? I always want to say Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin, you got it.
Doesn't matter where in the world I'm living, dude. I'm jerking off at least once a day. I'm staying fed.
You're a
you know?
healthy boy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm trying to lower the risk of prostate cancer.
You got it. Hey, you heard
Yeah.
it here first.
All
It's a
you gotta
PSA.
Yeah.
All you got to do is nut once a day.
They say 21 times a month is the optimal number for reducing prostate cancer. But I've heard from some friends of mine that if you introduce maybe a finger to the anus or something like that, or a sex toy or something like that, it reduces your risk even more.
So you're saying you should get pegged.
You
for
should
your
get pegged for
prostate.
your prostate, yeah.
That's why all these old men from the last generation, from the golden age, or what's the World War II, the baby boomers,
Yeah.
they all died of prostate cancer because they were
too homophobic.
too homophobic, and
Yeah.
God was like,
Wow.
"How dare you?"
That's kind of
Donate to my
profound.
new fundraiser, Peg for Prostate Cancer.
Hey.
Yeah.
They used to call him Pegasus in high school.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
And they called me Hercules.
They call me Peg.
Oh wow, dude.
Nice. Yeah, Peggy Hill over here, bro.
Watch out,
Yeah.
dude.
Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're teaching kids English?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
How
they're
is
teaching
that?
him English.
Well, it's fun. Yeah, it's generally fun. I mean, all their favorite words are like the swear words or the N-word or so it can
Do
be
they
a little
say the N-word?
Oh, yeah, dude. They say the N-word for sure. So, I try not to you know.
You try not to say it,
Try not to.
Yeah.
but they peer pressure you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're not gonna encourage that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so it's a riot, man. It's fun. It's a good time. And I got clout over there cuz I like anime and K-pop and stuff like that, and that's big over there. So, I'm the coolest teacher for sure.
Let's talk about BTS. Let's get into it. Who's the best member of BTS?
I like them all. I think all 7 of them are talented, but if I had to pick a husband from them, I'd pick Jimin from BTS. Yeah, cuz he's hot. But they're all hot.
He is.
Yeah.
I will say this. This is just so the people know. Young Chuck, my first best friend. Arrow, my second best friend. And I'm here with both my best friends.
Wow.
But you know you're best friends with somebody when I'm watching the BTS Tiny Desk concert And I'm like, that guy's my favorite. And my girlfriend was mislabeling every single one. She's like, that's so-and-so. Wait, no, that's so-and-so. And then I'm like, I like that guy. And I text a message to him, and I'm like, is this Jimin?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes. And I'm like, good taste.
Great minds think alike, bro.
Enough said.
Yeah.
He's got the voice of a goddamn angel.
Yeah.
And the face of
A beautiful woman.
beautiful woman. And the body of a young boy.
Yeah. All around perfect 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Love to see it. Yeah, man. Well, he's going to be out of the military soon, so free my boy. Yeah.
That's
2025, we're
Jimin.
coming back. Yeah. This one's
saying it
free.
right?
Yeah, Jimin.
Jimin.
Perfect.
I was saying Jamin for a while.
Yeah, that's pretty cringe. But
I'm wondering why like they have mandatory military service in South Korea. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
they have to stand on the border against North Korea.
yeah.
But I was like, I just don't think of them as like a warfaring country.
When I think of Korea, I think of peace.
Yeah.
There's a great clip that's always in my YouTube shorts where Bobby Lee is talking about how Korea is a very peaceful society and that they've never had slaves. And then Andrew Santino's like, is that true? Can we look that up? And then they do, and it's like, South Korea has had the longest unbroken chain of slavery in the entire world. They had slavery spanning for 1,500 years. And then, yeah, it's classic. So he had to eat crow real quick on that one.
I love Bobby Lee. He's always like, no, the thing is, what I'm saying is this. And
Wait, can I just say something? Can I just say something? Yeah.
And he always has a point to make, and he needs to like pause everything.
Yeah, it's part of the bit.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's one of my favorite comedians. Watch him since the Mad TV days.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Mad TV's crazy.
Mad
It's
TV,
kind of a vibe.
It was SNL for poor people, you know?
I only had 12 channels growing up.
Well, is that true? Because I feel like it was on Comedy Central, and SNL was probably on network television, so it was probably SNL for wealthier people.
Maybe, but
it just seemed like the poor man's SNL.
Yeah.
Was it not like syndicated? I feel like it was on like Fox or something.
Oh, it could have been.
maybe later on. It was definitely on Comedy Central when I was watching, or maybe it was reruns on Comedy Central when I was watching it.
Right. I don't know. Nobody knows.
But I loved it because it was honestly it was super progressive because the cast was just not all white people.
Yeah.
And so they could just like talk about shit because the people who were saying it was coming from them.
Yeah.
And it was just super edgy and like
Yeah, I can only remember one bit from it, and that's the Stewart character. I never really was a Mad TV guy. I just never really watched it. Not that I didn't like it, I was watching other shit.
There's a good one where Bobby Lee is playing Connie Chung, the news anchor.
Oh,
It was like a recurring
yeah.
character, and he would be this news anchor. Super funny.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I feel you. I didn't watch it like crazy, but like I knew what was going on.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
just knew-
You read the
tapped-
Wikipedia articles.
He's tapped
so-
into the mind of Encia, dude. That's why.
Oh
he just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Nice out there stealing jokes and I like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's Amy Schumer's grandson.
He was ahead
Oh,
of
I
his
did.
time.
I did hear that you were Amy Schumer's grandson. That's pretty cool, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm ahead of my time, you know.
yeah.
You can steal jokes now. Like people like that stuff.
Yeah, you got to just put a little bit of your own.
Yeah, Amy Schumer was dating one of my favorite pro wrestlers, but she broke it, Dolph Ziggler, but she broke up with him because the sex was too athletic.
That makes sense.
Is that
Yeah.
true?
That's what he.
Dolph
that's,
Ziggler kind of
yeah.
sounds like he was a Nazi prison guard.
He was blonde hair and blue eyed, so yeah, he was a
Dolph?
nice guy. Yeah, Dolph, young
Is that short
Dolph.
for dolphin?
Young Dolph.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Young Dolphin.
yeah.
He was dolphin diving in Amy's cooter, and she couldn't handle it.
He was dating Vicky Guerrero for a minute too, in storyline. You know.
What's this guy going through? Vicky Guerrero and Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think those are two notoriously mean.
Yeah, right. Well, he wasn't actually dating Vicky Guerrero, only in storyline. And maybe he was just dating Amy Schumer for storyline, too. It's hard to tell.
Did she ever come off the top rope?
She came off the top rope, dude. Yeah.
I'd love to come off the top.
Do you watch a lot of wrestling?
Hell yeah, bro. I'm back in it. We're locked in. I took several years off, but now we're fully back, dude. And fuck
Because
John.
John Cena's turning heel.
Well, I was in it before then. He broke my heart. I was watching for maybe
I'm sorry,
5 or
bro.
6 months before that. It's okay. I'll get it. Well, now he's the champ, dude, and he's the most winning. He's the
Winning.
He's the certified GOAT, dude. He's got more world title wins than anyone else, bro.
In my opinion, and this may be an unpopular opinion, John Cena's always been a heel.
Nice. There you go. You tell him. You let him
Oh,
know.
dude.
Yeah, in my story, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I saw that happen, I was like, what about all the Make-A-Wish kids?
Yeah.
Fucking body slam and Make-A-Wish kids now because he's heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Now he's trying to take him off the list, and like another way, he's trying to kill him.
Take a wish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Me and Young Chuck actually saw John Cena get slammed through the top of a ambulance.
Oh yeah.
By the Ryback.
Oh, the Ryback. What a sleaze.
You saw it happen?
We
Were
were
there.
at
We were at
United
WWE.
Center.
Yeah. Allstate Arena.
I'll sit here. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Shouts out to Rosemont. You know, give him credit.
Yeah, come on.
for sure.
Credit
yeah.
where credit's due.
They're
Yeah.
the underdog.
Yeah, no, dude, I be getting ridiculously emotional every time I watch wrestling. It's really embarrassing. People like make their entrance, and I'll be like,
Just ball.
Randy Orton was making his entrance at WrestleMania. I was like sobbing. I was like, he's so badass. I love him.
Bro, did I tell you I saw Randy Orton in person?
yeah, at the airport, right?
He
Yeah.
snapped on someone.
Nice, good. He should have RKO'd him, man. He should have punted him in the head.
Dude, I went-
Exactly.
I saw Big Show, I saw the Ryback, and I saw Randy Orton.
Nice.
That's a good way to like protect your energy, though. Just be like, oh, like I'm a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's where that actually comes from.
I think now as he's gotten older, he's got kids, he's quieted down and settled down a little bit. But yeah, he was notoriously like just a huge douche.
I think they made a documentary about it.
Yeah.
He's doing a little bit less HGH now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, he's was sculpted by the wrestling gods. You know, if you build a pro wrestler from the ground up, it's going to look like Randy Orton. You know, 6'4", athletic build. You know, handsome,
Yeah.
Keep going.
but big cock. Yeah,
This is poetry.
yeah. Well,
with
I'm
the
just
heart.
I'm literally just quoting what I've heard the announcers say. You know, that's JBL's talking
Dude,
point,
that's
bro.
actually, people don't realize how beautiful wrestling is because it's essentially live soap opera where you can't tell what's real and what's fake. And the announcers are poetic, dude. Like the things they say are just like they're not things that they say about NBA players. They're like way
Yeah.
over the top.
Yeah, they got to sell it. Yeah,
And they do.
So yeah, I'm here for it.
Who's
bro.
your favorite wrestler?
Well, I like a lot of wrestlers. I like basically all of them. Anyone that's willing to risk their life for someone else's entertainment, I think deserves a round of applause. But we'll just say Rey Mysterio.
Where's ours? Dude, I love Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio's sick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He like goes in between the ropes.
Yeah.
That's a
619?
classic.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Young Chuck is like, he's got plans to make his WWE
Yeah, I'm
debut.
yeah, when I get back
You think-
from Thailand, that's the plan.
He's in Thailand. Most people go to Thailand, you know, to like study Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
No, most people go to Thailand to have sex with prostitutes in the red light district, I think.
Hey, to the victor
Tomato,
goes the spoils.
tomato.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to imbibe in the culture, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
It sounds like Young Chuck. Hey, on the record, Young Chuck, he's just there for the smoothies.
I'm there 100% for the smoothies. That's first and foremost.
And that's not an innuendo.
No, that's
Yeah.
literal smoothies. Yeah, give me the coconut smoothie with the sweetened condensed milk, maybe a little strawberry smoothie,
yeah.
watermelon smoothie,
Get
maybe.
boba?
Yeah, you rock
Yeah,
the
we got
boba?
boba. Yeah, we'd be getting bubble tea and all that. Oh yeah,
That's amazing.
Delivery fee's super cheap in
super
Thailand.
cheap. Oh yeah, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
he was
dude.
like, guess what? I got
Chicken butt.
great business news for you. Last night at the show, he had his diploma.
Yeah, I seen that.
And Young
yeah.
Chuck said that's all you need to teach English in Thailand.
That is true.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, just a bachelor's degree in any subject.
Dude.
Last Call Legend goes to
Yeah.
Goes to
Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some gigs, man. And at all the
Hecky.
We just said fuck it. We just said Phuket and we went to
I see what
Phuket.
you did there. I see what
Yeah,
you did
dude.
there. Yeah, nice.
So what about the culture like makes it easier to just like exist?
Well, it's way cheaper.
That'll help.
Like my rent is in a brand new apartment building is like 150 USD.
A month.
Yeah. I'd like to. So I live kind of far from Bangkok, so like a 7-hour bus ride from Bangkok to where I live. In America, that would cost like $9,000. In Thailand, it costs like 7 or 8, and they feed you. You know,
On the bus.
On the bus, they'll give you maybe some pad krapao. One bus company will give you a McChicken every time you ride. So
That's sick.
Oh,
yeah, it's the only time I'll eat McDonald's. You know, I wouldn't go there on my own accord, but if someone drops a McChicken in my lap, fuck it, man, I'm getting down, bro. Not even the BTS meal could bring me to McDonald's.
wow,
BTS
that's saying something.
Well, you know how they were doing all those meals for? They had the Travis Scott burger and the.
Oh no, I missed it.
Oh man.
Did they have the
Fucking-
Did they have the Jameen?
Okay, boomer.
Did they have the Jameen?
No, I think what other celebrities they've had? Yeah, they just all had their own. They had like some spicy sauce and maybe some
do
sweet
bulgogi
tendies.
for the Korean boys.
No bulgogi, no
They were making that
bibimbap.
at McDonald's.
What's the probiotic cabbage thing?
Oh, kimchi.
McDonald's kimchi for the
yeah.
BTS boys.
Oh yeah, dude. Nice.
If they-
That'll fuck you up.
Opportunity missed if they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. They were giving a meal to anyone. It felt like Aquafina had her own meal. I don't really even know who that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
know they
like-
do spaghetti at the McDonald's in the Philippines?
That's lit.
There's like a thing called Filipino spaghetti.
I would get down to that.
I would
Yeah.
love to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Filipino fettuccine kind of guy.
Hey,
Hey, watch out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
it is my preferred noodle.
what's a yogi's favorite pasta?
Macaroni.
Kundalini Alfredo.
Nice.
That's a W
Oh,
macaroni.
I see.
Oh,
I see.
wow,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
It's never landed, even in a yogic space.
Yeah,
They don't like it.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking over here, Yogi Bear. You know.
Yeah, that's where my head.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Picnic, then a picnic. then.
How has your mental health been?
It's been good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say generally good. I think, like, because sometimes it can get like you can feel like on the outside, especially if you don't speak the language, you know. And like, I'll see everyone else in America like doing their thing, and I'll be like, oh, sometimes I wish I was like back. But then it also just seems so fucking crazy in America. And now being in America, like so many people I talk to just seem like upset and like miserable. Which I get sometimes. There's a lot to be upset about, but also like life is really fucking awesome too. Like we got clouds and trees and shit like that. You know, we can listen to fun music and like dance around, which I think is pretty special. So yeah, I would say generally my mental health is pretty good. I don't sleep enough out there, but I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah, I feel like I always see you like dancing,
Yeah,
and it makes me happy to see. 'Cause
yeah,
you're just getting out there and like expressing yourself, and like that's the thing. Like when you move, it's like really an acknowledgement of that appreciation.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I'd be out shaking my butt for sure, bruh. I'm usually up later if I stay at home by myself than if I like go with friends. You know, if I go out with friends, I'll be drinking, I'll like, get home and I'm all sleepy and I just like crash instantly. But if I'm left to my own devices, boy, you gotta fucking shoot me with a horse tranquilizer to get me into bed, bruh.
You're a night owl. I feel like one time we were FaceTiming and a coworker or a friend of yours was just passed out in the
Oh
back.
yeah. My boy Eric, dude. Yeah. We were back from the club, and yeah, we came back to my apartment to smoke a joint, and then he fell asleep in the chair, and then I don't think we were doing a podcast. We were just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And I was just FaceTiming you, and he's like on the.
He just zonked out.
Yeah.
But then you did make a dance video or something. where
Oh,
he
I
was
did. Yeah. And he's passed out in the
just
chair.
passed out in the chair, like comically passed out, and Young Chuck's like music blaring, like doing footwork, and he's like still asleep.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, People probably thought I fucking like drugged him or something like that. I'm performing like
Yeah, like it looked
Yeah.
dark. Like he was so cheery, and the guy was just like, "Ow."
yeah.
But I think dancing, like I feel like we were doing some dance classes, man, and dancing just is good for your mental health.
Oh yeah, just scientifically proven to be more beneficial than SSRIs.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like a recent study too.
Yeah. So
But it makes sense. Like you don't dance and then go like, "Oh, I feel like shit."
yeah.
You never do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, honestly, I've had some thought. Like when as much as Evan knows, I complain about our work more than I work. But like, I've had a feeling at points in time where I'm like, man, I just need a gig because I need to dance for 4 hours and
Yeah.
get the barnacles off my boner.
Oh shit! Nice. That's a good expression.
That's Anthony Kiedis.
Okay.
Red Hot Chili Peppers said that.
Yeah. All right. I'll steal from him then.
Yeah, it's a good one though. It's got a
Yeah.
good ring to it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to move for sure. And like you got to like I also feel like you have to feel the space and you have to like combat your own vulnerabilities. You know? Cuz that's what movement is to me. It's just like, oh, this is tough stuff.
It is. I had this kind of beautiful thought the other day that essentially the world should move you because you're not separate from it, and kids just do that. If you play a song, kids will just dance, but adults, we like block off being connected to the world, so we are no longer physically moved. But like when music plays, it should make you want to move your body.
It's like, when do you stop dancing?
Right.
Yeah.
Once I start, so it's you got to unplug me from the wall. You got to take my batteries out, bruh.
Exactly.
That's where the horse tranquilizer comes in,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, we went to a club last weekend, and there was just some like housey vibes going on. It was one of those clubs, like it was like a $20 cover, and like I didn't want to be there.
No
It was a
waffles.
Yeah.
$10
Yeah.
beer,
Oh,
no
fuck it, yeah.
waffles. So all in, I mean, you're already at like $100, and like you're not even having fun yet.
Yeah.
And then I go into the dance portion because it's like the bar and then the back of the club, and like people just aren't giving.
Yeah, they're
And-
not vibing.
Yeah. And I was like, it is what it is. Like we were talking about, like we don't really like get super into house like that. So it's like we're not feeling the most comfortable, but me and Becca are gonna dance no matter what.
Yeah.
And then people are like dapping us up and shit and being like, oh, like y'all are like
Yeah, dude,
cool,
people
you
love
know?
to see it, dude. People I feel like every time I go to like a show, like a concert or like the club, I end up falling in love with the person next to me, and they end up falling in love with me, and then it's two ships passing in the night and never see them again.
Right.
You know?
I think you just are very openly expressive, and people love you. You dance, you swag out with your outfits.
Yeah.
You paint, you make
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
and you just like
Go on.
I think everybody just wants to express themselves, and so much of our suffering, like if you go, I feel bad, and you don't say it, then like 10 years later you won't be dancing. But
Yeah.
if you go like a river, like it flows. Like I feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna dance it off. I'm gonna paint it out,
Yeah.
and now I can be present again and fall in love with the world around
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And I've definitely had nights where I'm like fucking super depressed or like pissed off, and I'm like, I just need to fucking dance for 30 minutes, and then I do, and then feel a lot better.
I feel like for me the hard part
And then I'm
is
like, oh shit, I gotta wake up in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're like, I gotta teach the youth of Thailand. But what's hard for me is actually just to start dancing. Like I'll be fully aware that if I danced I'd feel better, but I will still choose not to dance sometimes.
Yeah. Couch locked.
Yeah, or just like bullshit locked. I'll do I'll like fucking do this or do anything but
Yeah.
what I know will be effective.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting about that is like you're talking about like any mode of creation, like creation is so like childlike, and we put it on such a pedestal that like people will be like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I've long said. I'm the first person to say that I suck at art and making music. And that's part of the appeal, is that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but it's just fun to do, you know? You don't need to, are we getting comments? Are people watching?
Oh yeah, we got people in the
They're
live.
damn,
Letting
dude.
us
No.
Nice.
tap in. Should we see what they're saying?
Maybe.
They're probably not saying anything.
They're just coming and going. They're just going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're just going.
Yeah.
They're not coming.
Just going. They're not even coming.
Yeah.
Oh no, Drake liked it.
Nice.
Drake liked it like 20 times.
Oh,
Damn,
hell
dude. He
yeah.
gave us 20 likes.
Wow, dude.
Nice. We're popping
The
off,
actual
bro.
Drake, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Drizzy Drake, dude.
We're
Aubrey
locked in.
Grambrell or whatever his name is. Aubrey.
Yo, shouts out to Suzanne, Richard Nason, and Josh McKinley.
We love you, Susan, Josh, and Nathan.
Shout out.
Yeah, shouts out to you guys.
Yeah, but like you're saying, like creating stuff regardless of like, I feel like a lot of the times too, like people are like, oh, I have to meet a certain threshold or else I'm not creating art,
Yeah.
you know? But like you're saying, like the art kind of creates itself. Like if you allow yourself to be channeled in that way.
Yeah. I like painting on mushrooms because then the painting sort of talks back to you and it tells you what it wants.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like paint right here, paint right over here. And then, yeah.
At first, I thought you meant like painting on physical mushrooms.
Oh, that would be cool. I could try it. Yeah.
You were going to be on like some Buddhist, like I like to paint on physical mushrooms because I know it's going to decay and go away soon. And so,
Yeah.
Nice.
but I'll say this, like we were talking about this earlier. I've been waiting for a month for masters, and then when they got back to me, they were like, you need to adjust the vocal. And then I went in to adjust the vocal, and it was like a whole can of worms because I have a lot of vocals and little adjustment, like make a lot of changes. And then I'm like, I'm happy with how it sounds. So why don't I just put it out? And Young Chuck's put so much music out. I've got so much enjoyment out of it personally because it's just expressive. It's not about... Young Chuck stuff is not mastered.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
fucking giving me joy. It's given me joy for the last 10 years or however long he's been making music. And I haven't put music out in like 5 years because I've been waiting for the masters.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't need to be like you showed me that. Was it the XX Extension
Yeah.
track that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
clipping? It's got a
Right.
billion listens.
Exactly.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the song Sorry I Don't Speak Spanish by XX Tentacion.
Is that how you say it?
That's how I say it.
And I say all these guys' names wrong.
I think I left out an X. I think I only said XX Tentacion, not
Yeah, it's his
XXX.
cousin.
Yeah, Tentacion.
exactly,
Well,
dude.
Drake murdered him, so fuck you, Drake.
Hey.
He's in the live, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
He's coming for us
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Nice.
If
Pull
we're
up,
not
bro.
around next week for the pod,
Yeah,
know
Drake
what?
got us.
send a DM to Champagne
Yeah.
Poppy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. You're a podcast alum, actually.
Hell yeah.
Let's close the loop,
Let's bring
dude.
it back around.
Why do people make art?
I don't know. I think it's fun. It's fun to do. Humans are born to create. Everyone's born to create. That's it's just good. I like doing it because it's fun. And that's what I'd say. Why do people make art? I don't know, to make sense of the world around them, you know, to help get the demons out of their brain. you
To
know,
fight their demons and win.
to fight their my
That's a
next
Young
album
Chuck
is fighting my demons and losing. So that's probably more appropriate.
Wow,
you know?
that's the response.
dichotomy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The dichotomy of
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, you got to keep it honest, bruh.
Then what's next? Loving my demons and winning? Loving my demons and losing, loving my demons and
My
winning?
demons are gay. Roasted.
I think that would make sense if your demons were gay.
Yeah, I got the gay demons on me. Nice.
Shout out to the gay demons who've been helping Young Chuck to create all
Thanks,
this
gay
beautiful
demons.
art.
Yeah,
Yes.
we couldn't have done it without you.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
dude. Let's gay demons on 3.
three.
Gay demons!